guys, it's Asan and welcome to As Told by Asan. So today I decided that I was going to do 20 random things about me because this is my first video and I really wanted you guys to kind of get to know me and see who I am as a person. But I decided to do random things because you're going to be hearing a lot about them anyway, so we may as well start there. So one of the random things about me that you'll get to hear a lot about is I have a huge family. I have 5 younger siblings, and there goes my phone. I have 5 younger siblings, and they range in age from 18 to 7, so really big. I've got wonderful parents, and there's 4 girls and 2 boys in my family, so it's been an adventure. Every day is an adventure here. Let's see, number 2. So I have a favorite snack that I'm going to show you guys. Okay, this stuff is amazing, and I'm gluten-free, and it's gluten-free, and it tends to fill me up really quickly, so this is, okay, cheddar popcorn is bae. Let's just put it that way. Another thing is I have an obsession with Build-A-Bear. I have like 3 that I've gotten in the past 4 months, something like that, and all of a sudden, like, I went to Build-A-Bear once, and it's like I have to keep going back because I love Build-A-Bear so much. It's kind of crazy, but at the same time, I think it's a decent thing to be addicted to. I also have an obsession with pillow pets. I have 2 right now, but I really want to expand on my collection. I don't know, I think it's something like about big and fluffy things that I can like cuddle with when I watch Supernatural with my brother, because I don't like that show. It freaks me out. I couldn't get past like Bloody Mary, and then random things happen on that show, and I don't like it. So the 5th thing about me is that I really love to act. Like, I'm on the acting team on campus. Like, I go to Eastern University and we have Transformed, and it is wonderful. Like, I cannot tell you how amazing Transformed is. Like, my life just got better by joining that group and auditioning and getting in, and like, it's just been an adventure, one adventure after another with them. My family actually thought that I would be an actress at one point or another, because I would always go up to a mirror and start making really weird faces and talking to myself, and so everyone in my family thought I was going to be like some kind of famous actress, just because I really enjoyed acting from a very young age, although I almost feel like I was being more conceited than anything else. And another thing about me is my hair. Like, it changes a lot. I cannot stay with one hairstyle or one color for a very long period of time. So at first I just had the brown underneath and the blonde on top, but then I added the blue, and I have no idea where it's gonna go from here. So you may be seeing a lot of different hair colors and hairstyles on this show, because like, I can't make up my mind and I get bored really easily with my hair, and that's just something that happens. I also really like piercings. That's another thing about me. I really love piercings because it's like I can change my look like so many different times in just one piercing, and it's amazing. And another thing, like, okay, everybody asks me why I call myself Asan, and here's the story. So I have a really long name, and my friend couldn't spell it, and so she's like, A-san, and it just stuck. I was in my basement. I don't know how anybody else found out about it, but yeah, it was really interesting. Like, I don't know how that happened. So another thing I wanted to talk to you guys about are my favorite TV shows, movies, and books. So I guess we can make that 3 different categories. So my favorite TV shows kind of depend on whom I'm with, because when I'm with my little sister Chelsea, I'll usually end up watching Vampire Diaries or Grey's Anatomy or Pretty Little Liars, and she's into that kind of stuff. And then with my brother Damien, like, he watches Supernatural and Doctor Who and MASH and Vampire Diaries. So when the 3 of us get together, it's usually a Vampire Diaries, but it's just been really interesting to see my taste kind of change depending on who I'm with. But then when I'm all by myself in my dorm room and I'm going over like homework and I get really bored and I need some kind of distraction or some kind of like background noise, I'll usually go and just kind of enjoy watching Royal Pains and Doctor Who, and I'll rewatch a lot of episodes of Sherlock. Game of Thrones is really good. My parents introduced me to it, and I've been hooked. Like, I can't stop watching it. It's really good. Like, I also like Bates Motel. Like, that's another show that I just get hooked on because there's so many plot twists that it's really hard to keep track. And if you stop watching it for a long period of time, you're not going to know where you are. So it's really interesting because then I stop watching it and I have to go back and like rewatch 3 episodes in order to get back to where I am. And the other one I like is Law and Order SVU. I've watched every episode of every season, and I don't know, it's just kind of like a ritual for me. Every time the season comes on, like I end up watching it on Hulu the day after it comes out. Like, it's been wonderful, and that's the main reason I got Hulu, was because I wanted to watch SVU all the time. Favorite movies, I love Perks of Being a Wallflower. I've always loved that movie. It's been wonderful to watch it over and over and over again, even though my sister Chelsea does not like that movie at all. I also like the Lord of the Rings trilogy. When I was like 13, I had a shrine to it in my closet, and it had like posters and little pictures, and I had like a Mount Doom that I could put a ring in and it would like light up. It was really cool. And then I also had like action figures, so I was really into it. And when I was a kid, like I either liked it or I didn't like it. There was no middle ground. So when I liked something, like I had shrines to them, and when I didn't like something, there you couldn't find it anywhere near me. So I think it's really interesting to look back and be like, what was I thinking? Like, I can like and not like things, but then there has to be some kind of middle ground somewhere. And then my favorite books right now, I'm reading Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl, and The Beginning of Everything, and Perks of Being a Wallflower. I think of all time, my favorite book would have to be Aragon. Like, I read that when I was really young, and then as I get older, I kind of stopped reading it, but then I went back and read Eldest, and it's so good. Like, this kid is really talented. He's not much older than me, and he's writing amazing books. I'm kind of jealous. So another thing about me is I love Starbucks. But when it comes to Starbucks, I kind of go on this, like, I'll get one thing for a few months, and then I'll try something different, and then I'll love it, and I'll just get that for, like, the next couple months. It's kind of nice because the flavors change every couple of months, and I can, like, try something new every couple of months. But I don't know, since, like, last Christmas, it was salted caramel mocha frappuccinos. And I can't drink hot coffee. I've never been able to drink hot coffee. Everything has to be iced. Like, I don't understand it. But yeah, it's weird. But right now, I'm on, like, their black tea lemonades, and they're so good. I'm like, give me one. And I feel bad because I'm wasting a lot of money on something that I could easily make in my dorm room, but I just don't feel like, I'm too lazy. And talking about wasting money, I have close to, like, 20 bottles of body spray that I never use. So my sister takes it home with her, and she uses it. But then I'm like, oh my gosh, my body spray, like, I haven't used it in forever. I'll take it back to campus, and I'll use it once, and then she'll take it back because I'm not using it. And it's kind of depressing, actually. I should not be spending money on something that I am not going to use. So I should kind of tell you guys a little bit about my friends, because they're probably going to be making a lot of appearances, and you're going to be hearing a lot about them, because this is a little place where I'm going to talk to you guys about my life and other random stuff that may come along. So right now, my friends at college are Brett and Madison and Jen, and they are wonderful. I love them to death. They've been supportive of me through, like, everything that's gone on this semester, and even, like, just random crazy stuff that happens. Like, if I do something that they're not necessarily proud of or they don't agree with, they'll be like, Alessandra, what are you thinking? Like, I really appreciate their honesty with me, and it has been wonderful. And then my other two best friends that live off campus, or don't go to the school, I should say, are Jessica and Sierra. Now, Jessica I've known since we were about a year old, actually. And she's just been with me through thick and thin, and, like, we'll kind of fall out of contact for a while because we'll both be so busy, and then we'll, like, hang out, and it's like nothing has changed. Like, I love that girl so much. And then there's Sierra, who goes to Westchester, so she's not too far from here, and it's been wonderful to kind of just see her move from Montgomery County Community College, where she was, and now going to Westchester and kind of pursuing what she's been wanting to pursue for a long time. And as an interesting fact, this is not my first video that I'm in on YouTube, because I actually have been on her channel quite a few times, but in, like, really weird, quirky videos that like make no sense whatsoever. And I look back on it and I'm like, what the crap was I thinking? Like, why did I do this? But in the end, like, it's really fun to look back on this and see where I was and how I looked back then and what my style was, and then where I am now, because it's so different. So yeah, those are my friends, and I really can't wait for you guys to meet them because they're literally the best people I've ever met, and they're wonderful. So lastly, I really just wanted to talk to you guys about like why I decided to start YouTube now. I've been really considering it for quite a few years, and I don't really know what's been holding me back. I think I've been nervous and I really want people to like me. But at the same time, at this point in my life, I don't really care. Like, you can like me, you cannot like me. This is just kind of who I am, and take it or leave it. Like, if you don't like it, just exit the video. Like, I don't care. So one of the things that like I really got me into YouTube was YouTube itself. Like, people can talk about whatever they want to talk about and they can be themselves, and there's that like safety behind the camera kind of deal almost. But a lot of people that are on YouTube are just being themselves, and they're really open about like what they're going through. And so I really wanted to be able to have like a platform where I could talk kind of invisibly to people, because I can't really see you and I can't see your reactions, so that's kind of helpful. But a few YouTubers that like really kind of made me decide that I was going to YouTube. One of them is my friend Madison, who has her YouTube channel, and I'm going to make a link below so you can all check her out, because I think she's pretty darn awesome, and she's wonderful, and I love her to death, and she helped me set this whole thing up. So I'm really grateful for her for helping me set up my channel and being able to kind of get ready to interact with you people. She's going to be like my behind the scenes girl, kind of helping me figure out what am I going to do for the next video, that kind of stuff, and I'm really grateful to have her in my life. And then just like random YouTubers that I came across over the years. I did not watch YouTube until like I started my freshman year of college 2 years ago. And so I really got into PewDiePie, and I don't know how that happened. I think maybe my brother introduced me to PewDiePie, and then I just started watching him every Saturday while I ate Chipotle and did homework. I don't really know how that worked, but it was like a ritual for me every Saturday for the past couple years. And then I really love Jenna Marbles. I know that my sister kind of introduced me to Jenna Marbles, and she is wonderful, and she always makes me laugh, and she's just so out there and herself, and I love it. And the last one who like really made me get into it was Tyler Oakley, and he is literally the one person who like I admire the most, because he's so open about everything, and he's really like wants people to be involved in his life and what he's doing, and I think that's really cool. And so I kind of want to be able to be open with you guys as well, and I'm really looking forward to where this is going to go and what's going to happen while we're together, and can't wait for you to meet my friends, of course, because they play a really big part in my life. And so yeah, until next time, peace out, humans.